Hi guys, it's Hinda. Welcome to Cooking Fantasies. In today's video, I want to share with you how to make this delicious dessert. Very easy to make and it tastes really good. It consists of a thin layer of a vanilla cream, a layer of custard with vanilla also, and on top it with a layer of a delicious caramel sauce. Very easy to make. You'll see throughout the video all the steps. If you are new to the channel, I always leave down in the description box all the ingredients you're going to need in both the grams and the cups measurements, as well as a link to the full recipe where you could also print it. If you are new to the channel, don't forget also to hit the subscribe button to get all the new recipes, and let's get baking. We will start by preparing the cake, which is the very first layer of our dessert, and this is a delicious and easy to make vanilla cake. We need 1 egg with sugar and the vanilla extract, and then we're going to beat them together until the mixture thickens and becomes pale. And then while continuously mixing, I'm going to add the oil and the milk. And then finally, I'm going to sift in the all-purpose flour and the baking powder and mix again until they are incorporated. I went for a dessert style, so I'm using a Pyrex or a baking dish. You can use whatever you prefer, even if it's ceramic, it will look even nicer. I brush it with some soft butter before I pour in my cake batter. And this will go in a preheated oven to 180 degrees Celsius, that's 356 degrees Fahrenheit, and it's going to take about 10 to 12 minutes to bake. While it's cooling, we'll prepare the cream, and this is very easy. In a saucepan, I'm gonna add the egg, sugar. I have vanilla sugar here. You can use vanilla extract if you prefer to, or even a vanilla bean. Then I'm going to add my flour and mix everything together until it's well combined. I'm going to be adding the milk gradually while whisking to make sure that everything is as homogenic as possible. Once I have mixed in all the milk, we're going to bring the saucepan on the stove on a medium heat and keep stirring continuously while cooking it until it thickens. This is very important to keep stirring, otherwise it's going to build a crust on the bottom and you will not have a very creamy texture. As soon as I remove it from the heat, go ahead and add the butter. You want to do this while it's still hot so that the butter melts and incorporates nicely with the custard. And another ingredient that I'm going to be adding is vanilla pudding. And this is a simple vanilla pudding that I bought from the store already, which is already sweetened. You can either add your favorite store-bought vanilla pudding or prepare it at home when you have, for example, this sachet or these ready powders that you mix with milk. But actually, I would highly suggest to use a vanilla pudding store-bought because it's creamier and it adds to the flavor and to the texture. Incorporate the vanilla pudding into your custard. Mix it together and then immediately pour in the cream onto the cake. Even it out and allow it to cool either on a kitchen counter or in the refrigerator until it has totally cooled. And meanwhile, let's prepare the caramel. Caramel sauce is a very easy and delicious one. It has an amazing texture. You're going to love it. I'm going to start by adding my milk to the cornstarch. I have 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. I'm going to whisk them together, combine them, and leave them on the side for later. Next thing, I'm going to start making the dry caramel, and this is by simply burning or cooking the sugar until it caramelizes. And what I'm going to do is cooking the sugar little by little. So I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of the sugar, cook them until they are totally caramelized before I add in another amount of sugar, cook it until it caramelizes, and so on until I have finished cooking all my sugar into caramel. This method is very easy and safe. It avoids you burning the sugar or having uneven caramel or sometimes, you know, some spots get too dark before all the sugar grains are melted. By following this method, you avoid this from happening. If you still have some crystallized sugar on the sides of your pot, go ahead, dip a brush into some cold water and brush the sides of your pot. This will help the sugar dissolve and have an even and nice caramel. Once I have cooked all my sugar and I have nice caramel, I will be adding the butter, and the heat should always be on a medium to low heat. You don't want the sugar to burn, and I'm going to keep mixing until all the butter is melted. Then go ahead and add a generous pinch of salt and mix again everything until it's well combined. Next step is the water. You want the water to be very hot, boiling, and be very careful because it's going to release a lot of steam. So go ahead, dump in the hot water and wait for it to go down again. It's going to start by making a lot of bubbles, and then it will go down again. And then finally, we're going to add our mixture of milk and cornstarch to the caramel and mix again until it's combined. And you will notice it starts thickening and it becomes nice and creamy. I will go ahead and add it immediately on the top of our custard. It's going to sit quite fast, but it will still be creamy. It's not going to harden. It will keep this ganache-like texture, which makes it really nice and delicious also. To decorate the caramel, I unfortunately didn't find the clip, but you can easily do this by melting some chocolate and running some lines, and then using a toothpick to draw lines on the chocolate to have this design that I had. You can keep about 2 tablespoons from the custard mixture and use it to decorate the top of your dessert on the top of the caramel. It's totally up to you. You can add some shredded chocolate, however you like, or some fruits. Whatever you do, it's going to taste amazing. Allow the caramel to set and to cool, and then you're ready to serve. It's very delicious. It's quite, you need just the time for it to sit in the fridge, but it's really easy to make. It doesn't take so much time, and it's the perfect dessert after a meal or with coffee. I hope you will be trying out this recipe soon, and I'm sure you're going to like it if you try it, because I'm saying it again, it has an amazing flavor and texture. Please let me know in the comment sections how it turned out. I'm always happy to read your feedback, and see you soon in a new video and a new recipe. Happy baking!